Hello everyone, my name is Kieran. Welcome to another Manchester United live preview. Happy New Year, by the way, guys, and hopefully you are well, and hopefully you're motivated and happy going in to 2019. There's going to be loads of content on this channel, and that reminds me, whilst I'm on the subject of content, I've got a guest on the channel who's going to be bringing so much great content as well in 2019. It is, of course, the Red Devil. Say hello, mate.
Hello, mate. Happy New Year to everyone watching. How is everyone doing? Hope you're having a great day.
Yeah, and thanks for coming on. Of course, this is Zach as well. If you guys might already know him, if you have been watching the channel for quite a while. But if you haven't already subscribed to the Red Devil, what are you doing? Go and check it out in the description down below. Really great stuff. And of course, we're going to be previewing the Newcastle game today. But it's not just going to be our opinions we're going to be looking at. You guys, of course, leave your opinions in the live chat, interact, ask any questions you want. That is all. So, welcome the Red Army MUFC and welcome Jack Vlogs, one of the stream guys. Thanks for joining. As I said, please leave a like and subscribe to the Red Devil in the description down below. But we're going to start with looking at Newcastle. Now, Newcastle are 15th in the Premier League at the moment. They're not enjoying the best of seasons, but they're not enjoying the worst of seasons. They're not in the relegation zone. You know, they're not fighting for their lives as teams like Cardiff or Huddersfield are at the moment. So there's positives and negatives, pros and cons to where they are right now. But I still think they do provide a threat for us, especially going away from home. We found it very difficult last season. Obviously, we came away with a 1-0 defeat to Newcastle. Matt Ritchie getting the goal there. So I think they do carry a lot of threat. But they haven't won in their last 5 games. Only won once in their last 5 games, sorry. And on paper, the way we're playing, we should beat them. But I know for a fact that is not going to be the case. And for me, I feel like it's going to be a very difficult game. It's going to be difficult for us to break them down. And I think even for them, a point against us would be massive. So I'm going to start with that one, Zach. How do you think Newcastle are going to set up? And do you think it's going to be difficult to break them down?
Oh, 100%. I think it's going to be very difficult, mate. I think if you look at it, Mike actually hasn't given Rafa Benitez the investment that Rafa Benitez wanted. So Rafa Benitez is playing this cagey defensive football. As a result of this, he's literally just parking the bus. So all we're going to see against Man United this week, well, tomorrow, is a park the bus style, and we're going to have to break it down. And for me, look, a lot of people are saying it's going to be a cagey one. I actually think once you break Newcastle down, they don't have the attacking threat. If you get that first goal, the floodgates are going to open. So it's all about whether they get that first goal. We'll go more into our predictions later in the show. But I do believe it's all about getting that first goal. That first goal is key because their goal scorers this season are really not performing for them. So as long as we can keep plugging away and get that first goal, it'll be an easy match day for us.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, definitely I feel like, once you've kind of breached their defences, I think it could go either way. Obviously, I feel like, once you get the first goal, especially if it's an early goal, you can kind of settle into the play. And then once you're settled away from home, I think it'll be a very long day for Newcastle. But I mean, the way we're playing, we should really, break their defences and we should break through them. Although, as I said, football's a weird game and sometimes things just don't go for you. Hopefully we don't have one of those days tomorrow because in this top 4 race, and I think we are in a top 4 race, we need the points. We need 3 points in this game, especially after what Arsenal have done as well. Welcome a few people. Welcome Dazza, welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. I do apologise I couldn't come on your stream earlier today, Dazza. I really apologise. The timings and stuff like that, I do apologise. But yeah, go and check out his channel. The link in the description down below. Welcome Billy. Thanks for joining as always. Really appreciate it as well. And yeah, just thanks for everyone who has just joined in. Please leave a like and also go and check out the Red Devil in the description down below if you haven't already. Billy goes with a 3-1 win to Man United. Interesting. We'll get into our score predictions a bit later in the show. And I am subbed to you, Jack. Don't worry about that. I am subbed. Don't worry. And also, Dazza says he's close to 500 subs. So, may as well go check out Dazza's channel as well if you haven't already. Really good stuff. Also, the Full Fan 148, welcome to stream. Thanks for joining. Red Army MC says, without a doubt, I think referring to how Newcastle are gonna be defensively solid. And I think, look, Newcastle, as I said, I feel like they're gonna be happy with a point. Against Manchester United at home in the kind of race to stay up. a point for them will be massive. So even if they defended and they got a 0-0, I think they'd be happy with that. So we have to be wary of that. Although of course you could say the same thing about Cardiff and we slapped them 5-1. Well, and also welcome Fergie United, thanks for joining. But the next thing I want to talk about is obviously what is the main subject in the title, the main headline that I've gone with for this stream. Alexis Sanchez. Now, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer in his press conference seemed to be hinting at the fact that Sanchez will play a part in this game. But I'm going to ask you, Zach, going to come to you on this one. Do you think Sanchez will be, playing a bit part role as in coming on from the subs bench? Or do you think Solskjaer is going to almost throw him into the deep end and start him from the very first minute?
I think I would personally go for the sub, but I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to put him at the start playing, because on that right-hand side where Lingard has been playing, Mata played there a bit, we've been looked very, very weak, because the players in Lingard and Mata who are playing on the right, they aren't natural right-sided players. They're always drifting to the centre. So I think that is the right side that we need to improve on, and I think the way to do that is to put Alexis Sanchez on the right, and I think Solskjaer kind of realises that Sanchez, if he gets thrown in the deep end, hopefully we can see the best out of him. And I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is probably going to be the manager to do that, hopefully, for us. But yeah, I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to start Sanchez, and that'll be exciting because we haven't seen too many great minutes of Sanchez football in a United shirt.
Yeah, I think it will be exciting. He's got a lot to prove. I think he's got a lot to do to win back a lot of Man United fans. I think his start to life in a Man United shirt hasn't been great. Yes, he's popped up with some decent goals. One against Spurs in the semi-final of the FA Cup. One obviously against Newcastle this season, but he's only really played, he's played one good game in about the last 5 or 6, or he's not consistent enough. And I mean, that could be because he doesn't get into the team that much. Maybe it's because of the system that Jose Mourinho is playing. But he's got a lot to prove to Man United fans. That's why I'm very excited, as you are, Zach, to see Sanchez play for Man United tomorrow. And I think he will play a part, whether that's off the bench or starting. I agree. I feel like Solskjaer is going to go with the start. I think if Sanchez, depending on how he's been working in training, if he feels he's fit enough, I think Solskjaer's going to put him in from the start. And I think that'll really test, how his fitness is and how well he can do. And I feel like the player who's going to come out for Sanchez will be Jesse Lingard. I feel like Lingard in the last few games hasn't exactly been playing to the best of his abilities. I think every player's done all right, but I think Lingard out of that forward line is probably the one which Solskjaer will be looking to kind of swap and change. But who knows? I just want to say welcome to Jack, Rashford, and Football Fan Fever. Thanks for joining. Please leave a like, and also, guys, as I've already mentioned, go and check out the Red Devil in the description down below, and give him a subscription if you haven't already. Brilliant Man United content. But of course, Alexis Sanchez is going to divide opinion. But I think under Solskjaer, as you said, Zach, I think he could actually be very, very good. I think in the right system, the way we're playing, attacking football, he'll be able to get the ball and pass it around and actually feel free almost. I hope he gets a bit more of a free role up there instead of having to kind of track back and be really defensive and be really cautious. I think Sanchez is a much better player when he's not cautious, when he's got when he's got freedom, and hopefully we'll see that on tomorrow against Newcastle. Rasta says, I'm interested to sub for these channels. We are the family the same. Yeah, of course. Well, as I said, if you want to go check out all the channels in the description down below, they're all channels I fully rate and really great guys, so go and check them out. Yash says, Sanchez, I have too much hope. I'm positive he'll run riot on Oppo defences. Let's hope so, Yash. Let's hope so. Because he's a quality player. We know he's got quality. We brought him in on a free transfer. He was playing unbelievably for Arsenal, one of the best players in the Premier League, so he has to live up to his potential, and I'm sure he will under the right system. Man United fans, now one of the streamers, thanks for joining, really appreciate it. And as I said, guys, please leave a like as well if you haven't already, and also hope you guys had a good New Year's as well. Hope you guys, I wish a prosperous New Year to you all. But we move on, we digress. So Alexis Sanchez looks like he could potentially be in the side. Another player who is a potential and maybe to start is Romelu Lukaku. Now, in the last game against Bournemouth, he was on the bench, however, came on and did score his goal. So fair play to him. On his right foot as well, weaker foot, and it was a decent finish from Lukaku to make it 4-1, and that really killed off the game. And I think Lukaku, when he came on, he was all right. I think, other than the goal, he didn't have a massive impact, but I don't know. I'm not sure about this one, Zach. What are your thoughts? Would you keep it the same? I feel like we are playing quite well, but in your opinion, would you keep it the same, or would you give Lukaku the chance to start up front? Would you rotate the forward line, or would you just keep it the same?
I'd keep it the same because I have questions. Like when Lukaku came on, he did score his goal, but nothing in the way he played, nothing of his build-up play changed. His first touch is still crap. The way he passes is slow. He always takes 2 to 3 touches, then passes. So I believe the best way to suit Ole Ball and the system that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wants to play is by playing Rashford at the top, who can always swap, and it gives Pogba more freedom. And I think when Lukaku comes on, he needs to make more of an impact. One goal's good, but we were already going to win that game. Come into a game where we're drawing or it's last minutes and then score, potentially give him a chance. But I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will give Lukaku his chance. He will be subbed on regularly. And I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer just needs to talk to Lukaku and say, look, I was the biggest sub for Man United ever. So why do you have to complain? You will get your chances. I just think Rashford at the moment right now, why would you take him out of that team? With that, with the tricks to go past those two players to then set up Pogba's goal, which was fantastic. Do you really see Lukaku doing that? I don't think so. And that, if you have Lukaku there instead of Rashford, you're just going backwards. Whereas Rashford has the confidence and has the ability to go through loads and loads of players and then give it and go. And that's why I think you saw it where Rashford and Martial were all linking up in the Cardiff goal. You wouldn't see that with Lukaku. And I think it's just the fast build-up play we miss from having Lukaku in the team instead of Rashford. So I definitely would not change it.
Yeah, I think you make an interesting point. Obviously, Solskjaer was one of the best substitutes Man United have ever had. Scored so many goals, so many important goals from the substitutes bench. And I think, I feel like, Solskjaer is, should just tell Lukaku and say, you know what, you can have an impact from the bench, and it's just about taking your chance when you get it. And I think, Lukaku, if you had said to me, we have Romelu Lukaku from the substitutes bench, a few years ago, a striker with that sort of quality, I think to have him as a bench option is decent. And I feel like, he will get his chance and he just needs to take it. And yes, he scored his goal against Bournemouth, but I think we need to see the kind of hold-up play that we saw last season that made him an asset. And I think, as you say, Rashford is probably doing a better job of that at the moment, and he's in red-hot form at the moment as well. So, as I said, I wouldn't change it, but I think Solskjaer, he might give Lukaku an opportunity to start just because of the rotation aspect. Who knows? Welcome to the Tactical Show. Welcome, Asim. Thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. He says, can't wait for the game. So can I. Obviously, the way we're playing at the moment means I'm really looking forward to each game. Really looking forward to, just the way we're going to play. I feel entertained when I watch Manchester United. It's great. Brilliant. Rashford says, let's try and keep a clean sheet, but when it stops us from attracting attractive perspective, then we can forget about clean sheets. Yeah, well, look, I feel like, we haven't really kept a clean sheet much this season at all. 3 league clean sheets, which is, it's abysmal. Let's be honest. For a team like Man United to keep 3 clean sheets all season is shocking. And it's also a question I'm going to move on to shortly. But it's poor. It's poor, especially against the lower sides where we are conceding goals, like Huddersfield conceding goals to Bournemouth. These sort of things, and it's especially with set pieces. It seems that set pieces is our kryptonite at the moment, and I personally don't know how we're going to sort that out. Obviously, all we can do is work on that on the training pitch, but is that enough to change it? But I will come and ask Zach a question on that in just a second. I'm going to read out a few of the comments just before. Yash says we should rotate. Considering Spurs match in mind, that is a much win in the top 4 race. Yes, the Spurs game is probably going to be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's first big test, and it is definitely going to be one which will need all of our big players fit and in form if we are going to have any chance of winning it. So maybe that is a good argument for rotating. Of course, if we did drop points against Newcastle, then the Spurs game, we'd always be playing catch up. So maybe it is right to, keep winning games as much as possible. Just keep the momentum that we have. This is actually momentum that we haven't seen under Jose Mourinho. Hold on. Oh, Full Fan Fever says, Kieran, would you like a new studio, mate? Or even Asim or Zach on board? Fair enough. I mean, if you can make me a new studio. I mean, I feel like this studio's alright, but if you want to make me a new studio, Full Fan Fever, feel free to do so. Feel free to do so. And you can send it to me on Twitter as well, at Red Devil Weekly, if you haven't already. Go and check that out. Man United fan says Newcastle 0, Man United 2. So a clean sheet and 2 goals. I'm not sure about the clean sheet. I'm just not confident that we won't concede any goals. But there we go. Sick Ball 1-3, mate. Thanks for joining as well. 3-1 United. Very, very confident. But Zach, I'm going to come to you and ask you this question. Obviously, we're talking a bit about the defence and the fact we're leaking so many goals in the league this season. Even though it's only 1 goal and it isn't really affecting the result of the match, it's still quite concerning. What do you think we need to do to strengthen that defence? And what do you think are the main reasons why we're leaking these goals?
Well, I think obviously set pieces are our kryptonite right now. One of these factors is we're having Lindelof play. We know he's weak from set pieces, so the role of clearing the set pieces goes to our other centre-back. We had Bailly in there, who's usually quite strong, but made a few mistakes in the last game against Bournemouth. And then you've also got when Bailly goes out of the team, because he's got a red card, Jones. Jones isn't great at heading, so I think we do need to get a bigger, stronger centre-back in. And I think the one way to do that is to get Koulibaly in. That would be the dream scenario. I don't know if we'd be able to do that in January. Just plonk 80 million at Napoli still, that's all I say. But yeah, for me personally, only way to sort this out is to get a big, strong centre-back in, because Lindelof isn't the player unless we continue to train him. It's going to take a while to get used to clearing set pieces, but you're also going to need a stronger centre-back next to him. Jones isn't the guy, and I don't know if Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will be trusting by anymore after that reckless tackle. So yeah, that's kind of what I do personally.
Yeah, well, no, I'm a massive fan of Koulibaly, and I do think he will improve us. I feel like he's the type of guy who will have the Van Dijk effect. And obviously, I don't like saying that because he's obviously a Liverpool player, but to be fair to Van Dijk, he's coming to Liverpool and completely revolutionised their defence, made it so solid. And I'm hoping that if we did bring in like Koulibaly and we did spend that sort of money, that sort of big money, 89 million for him, that Napoli are looking for, I feel like he will have that effect, and I feel like he will, just be strong. And I think we need a leader in that back four. Set pieces are where we're falling down, and the way to not concede off set pieces is to have an organiser, have a leader in that back four, organising the back. And I don't think either of Lindelof or Bailly are good enough at leading the team. You need someone like a Rio Ferdinand. You need someone like that. Unfortunately he's retired now, but I feel like to deal with people like Jones and Smalling or whatever, you need someone in there who's going to tell them what to do, tell them where to be. And I think Koulibaly definitely, has got the experience, 27, done it at the highest level as well. I think Koulibaly would be a fantastic player to bring in. But of course, as well, I will be talking about Koulibaly in future videos, when we get down to transfers and things like that. But before I read out a few of the comments, thanks for commenting, guys, as well. Keep your comments coming in. Be sure to check out the Red Devil in the description down below. Really good Man United content. So if you haven't already, go and check him out in the description, as well as all the other links in the description down below as well. And of course, subscribe to this channel if you are new and watching as well. Really good content coming up in 2019. Jack says he's never been happier about football for so long. Same, mate. I'm feeling the same, especially about Man United. It's looking up, isn't it? Rashford goes with a 4-0 United prediction. Wow, I tell you what, away from home against Newcastle 4-0, I would be absolutely buzzing. Jack Vlogs wants a shout out. Well, there you go, mate. Go and check out Jack Vlogs. Over 100 subs now, so congratulations to you, Jack. And go and check out his channel if you haven't already. Really good stuff. Man United fan says, I like that Solskjaer is confident. Yeah, well, he's going to be confident. He was brought up under Sir Alex Ferguson's wing, and I think he is taking a lot of tips from Sir Alex Ferguson. But you know what? Why wouldn't you? He was the greatest manager of all time. So, fair play to him, and hopefully he continues what he's doing. Jack says we'll improve from set pieces if Smalling came. However, we'd be worse off in all other areas. That is a good point. I think, Smalling, fair play to him. I think he has done alright for Man United, but I feel there's better out there that we can get. But Smalling definitely has a better aerial presence than the likes of Lindelof and Jones. So, yeah, if Smalling was to come back, even though he's injured, and I don't think he is going to come back, if Smalling was to come back, I think, especially from like aerial set pieces, would be a lot better. Full Fan 148 says apparently Pereira could be sold to Reading in this window. Ooh, I mean, that'd be a great signing for Reading. I don't think it's going to happen, to be honest. But it'd be a great signing for Reading if it happened. Billy T says, sell Calamity Jones. Lindelof good on the ball and positioning also, but poor in aerial challenges. Yeah, I think Lindelof has done alright as he's come. You know, he wasn't the world-class centre-back that a lot of people wanted him to be, but he's still young. He's still got a lot of time to develop. So hopefully he develops into a great centre-back. But with someone who's good on the ball, you need someone next to him who's got the physical presence, who's strong and dominant, and I think Koulibaly would be absolutely perfect for that. Welcome, brother. Game one to stream. Thanks for joining. He's a player who could improve us is Ronaldo. Okay, well I'm gonna leave that comment. We're not gonna, not another transfer window. We're gonna bring up Ronaldo. Come on, let's leave that. I'm joking. Thanks for joining, mate, as well. Angelino Red, thanks for joining the stream, mate. Really appreciate it. Don't worry, as I say, you're never late on Red Devil Weekly. So that's the beauty of it. You can never be late. So don't worry about it at all. Full Van Fever says, oh no. Billy C says, be nice to see Mason Greenwood and Chong get some minutes against Reading. Of course, that is the FA Cup game coming up on Sunday, I think it is. So yeah, I think it'll be nice to see them get a few minutes. So hopefully they do, and hopefully we see some of the youngsters. Of course, that is United's DNA through and through right there. Full Fan View says, I feel Phil Jones is playing like Maldini because he wants a new contract. Who agrees? Well, to be honest with you, I mean, I think he's trying to play like Maldini. I'm not sure if it's working for him, but yeah, I mean, he's trying, you know. But anyway, keep getting your comments in, guys. Keep leaving your thoughts on what me and Zach have to say. But now we are going to get into our predicted lineups. I feel like it's the right time. So, I'm going to let you Zach start on this predicted lineup. And of course, as Zach's going through his, you guys can leave your thoughts on his lineup and also leave your lineups in the live chat. We are very interested in what you guys have to say. But Zach, take it away, mate. Who do you think is going to start for United tomorrow?
Yeah. After every play, I'll obviously kind of explain my thought process behind De Gea. We don't really need much explanation, but I've gone for Young at right back because I don't feel like Valencia will be ready. If so, I think that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer will probably save him for the Spurs game. And I think Ashley Young playing there, he played well against Bournemouth. I think he'll do the job again. Jones is going to come in because Bailly has a red card. Next is Jones, obviously. Lindelof has been playing absolutely fantastic. Full playing centre-back. And that's actually looking really, really good. So hopefully we can keep up this form and really just mould into that centre-back we thought we were buying at the start when we got him. In left back, I've gone for Luke Shaw because I think, obviously, Luke Shaw dominating the left back role right now. And then I've gone for more of a defensive formation. I've gone for a 4-3-3 from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as we are away from home against Newcastle. Quite a toxic place to go and a quite a hard place to get a good result. So I've gone for two CDMs in Herrera and Matic. Matic's been playing fantastic. Looks like a new player. Looks like an absolutely new player. Looks like a shadow of the player playing under Mourinho. Looks like a shadow of himself that he is now. He's doing fantastically well. Really, really happy with Matic. And Herrera's playing good. Hopefully we can offer Herrera a new contract because he can walk away to a European club in January. And he also can walk away for free to any Premier League club very, very soon in the summer. So very, very nice. I think United do need to get some deals done in terms of contracts. We'll probably discuss that later in the show. At Cam, I've gone for Pogba. Very obvious, been playing absolutely fantastic. Then on the left, I'm going for Martial. I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can finally be the one manager, after we've been screaming about it for the past year since Sanchez has come, to play Martial on the left, Sanchez on the right, and up top, instead of Lukaku, we're going to be putting Rashford there. I think Lukaku has to earn his way back into the team, and one goal against an average Bournemouth side when we've won the game already does not do it for me after the way Rashford has been playing.
There you go. I mean, you know what? I actually agree with most of your lineup, to be fair. I agree with most of it. And yeah, I think hopefully, Martial on the left, Sanchez on the right. It was something that Jose Mourinho just couldn't seem to get right. Just couldn't seem to, that combination didn't really work under Jose Mourinho. But maybe, the more freedom that Solskjaer is giving to these players, it may work much better. So yeah, obviously as well, Matic, Herrera, Pogba in that midfield. Again, I probably agree with that as well. But I'm going to take you through my predicted lineup, and then I'll get to some of you guys. Welcome, Ricky, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for joining. Happy New Year to you as well, and everyone on the stream. But my predicted lineup is, of course, David De Gea in goal. Back four, probably Shaw, Lindelof, Jones. I think Jones is probably going to play. I'm not sure if Smalling or Rojo's fit, but I think Jones is probably going to go in there. And then Ashley Young on the right. Three in midfield, I agree with Zach. I totally agree with Zach. I think he's going to go with Matic, Herrera and Pogba in the midfield. Then the three up front, I am going to go with Martial on the left, Sanchez on the right, but I am going to put Romelu Lukaku up front. Now, even though Rashford's been playing really, really well, I feel like he might just try Lukaku, especially for the rotation aspect. He did say earlier, in press conferences gone by, that he is going to give a bit, other players a chance and give them rotation. And I feel like he is going to give Lukaku a chance from the start. I'm not sure if that's the right decision or not, but that is just what I'm predicting that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to do. For me, I wouldn't do that personally, but I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to go with that. So that is my predicted lineup. You guys, of course, leave your thoughts on that in the live chat. Jack has gone with his predicted lineup. He says De Gea, Young, Smalling, Lindelof, Shaw, Pogba, Matic, Herrera, Sanchez, Martial, Lukaku. So there you go. He's gone with Smalling in there. But if Smalling's not fit, then Phil Jones. Fair enough. Fair enough indeed. Jack Vlog streams. So there you go. Jack Vlog has got a streaming channel there if you want to go check that out. But yeah. And apparently he's streaming after this as well, so feel free to check that out. But look, I feel like that the lineups that we both picked there, and probably you guys have picked in the live chat, will be plenty strong enough. They should be plenty strong enough to beat a Newcastle side who've only won one game in their last 5. They've got some decent players, they've got some decent forward players. They've got Jamal Lascelles as well as the back, so they're on their day, they can be very, very difficult team. They can be a very, very difficult team to face, and I think they will cause us problems aerially as well. But look, it's gonna. I mean, they're gonna try their best. Obviously, the home crowd, they always get up for Manchester United. It's a bit of an old rivalry as well, so they're always gonna get up for it. They're always gonna make it difficult for us. But if the team that we put out, the team that we picked and the team that we predicted, gets played, and they play to the best of their ability. You've got Sanchez, who's got something to prove. I feel like he's really going to put in a shift tomorrow. You've got all, if Lukaku starts as well, he's going to put in a shift. You've got all these players, Pogba playing out of his skin, Rashford as well, Martial's got a point to prove. All of these players, I don't want to say nothing can go wrong because I feel like I'm jinxing it, but it's a recipe for a good result. But let's hope so. Let's hope so. But you can't take anything for granted. Angelino says, I think Lukaku will get around 35 minutes against Newcastle and maybe get the start against Reading. Wow, 35 minutes is very precise. Very precise. But I'll tell you what, if you're right, that is a very good prediction. But you're saying he's going to come on from the sub. Fair play. I think that's definitely an option. Definitely an option. But, well, you know what? We're going to get on to the predictions. I feel it's the right time to get on to the predictions. We've talked about the lineups. We've talked about the opposition. We've talked about how potentially we can go into this one and get the win. It's now time for the score predictions. And you guys in the live chat, leave your thoughts and leave your score predictions in the live chat right now. We want to see what you guys think. If you are watching, leave your score predictions. And before you do that as well, make sure you go and check out the Red Devil if you haven't already. Link in the description down below. And also, leave a like on this stream as well if you do enjoy it. But we're going to get into our score predictions and who we think are going to score the goals. So, going to come to you, Zach. What are your thoughts? What is your score predictions for the Newcastle game? How do you see it going?
Well, I think, like I said earlier, once we get one goal, if we get an early goal like we have been going for against Cardiff, against Bournemouth as well, we've got that early goal. If we get another early goal against Newcastle, the defence and the floodgates will open because they'll have to attack. Their attack is poor, so I don't think they'll really offer too much. This could be our first clean sheet of the season, and I think the team and the attacking presence from us is already great. A lot of people think it's cagey. I disagree. I'm going to go 3-0 United. I think we're not going to concede. I think it's going to be our first clean sheet of the season. I also believe we're going to get a hat-trick from Marcus Rashford. I'm going to be bold. Maybe it's a Happy New Year spirit in me, but I think Marcus Rashford's going to have a whale of a time, and hopefully we're going to keep a clean sheet for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
3-0 Rashford hat-trick. Wow, that is a prediction. I'll tell you what, if that comes true, that is a hell of a prediction. And I'll be very, very happy for Rashford as well. 3-0 United, clean sheet, Rashford hat-trick, the boy wonder. What more would you want? What more would you want? But yeah, that is a great prediction. Matthew Coyle goes with 3-1 Man United. Welcome to the stream, Matthew. Thanks for joining. Jack No, sorry. Billy says 3-1 United as well. United, Rashford and Rashford 1, Martial with 2. Of course, Martial as well is probably the closest player we've got to the top scorer in the Premier League. So let's hope Martial bags a few goals as well. Football Fan View says 1-0 Man United. Again, going against Zach a bit, I think it's going to be a bit of a cagey affair, Football Fan Fever. But again, I would take the 3 points. I'd take the 3 points completely. Angelino says, anyone else catch Day on Full-Time Devils? I did see Day on Full-Time Devils. Obviously, Man United Talks, if you guys don't know, link in the description down below for his channel. But I did see their preview for the game, and I did catch him on there, which was great to see. Great to see him on Full-Time Devils. The tactical show, oh no, Asim, where's the positivity? It goes with a 1-1 draw. Oh, that would be annoying, you know. Obviously, you know, saying goodbye to our winning run, but maybe you're being realistic, Asim. But there you go. But I'm going to get on to my score prediction right now. So, I would love to say it's going to be a really easy ride for United, but I just don't think that's going to happen. I don't think games between Man United and Newcastle, especially when we go away from home, have ever been the games to be a very easy ride for United. So I think it's going to be tough. I think they're going to be tough to break down. But I'm still thinking we are going to score 3+ goals. So I'm going to go. I mean, I feel like I'm contradicting myself, but I'm going to go with a 4-1 win to Manchester United. But it won't all be easy. It won't all be plain sailing, if you know what I mean. I feel like it's going to go 4-1 win. I think Lukaku will get one. I think Sanchez, if he plays, he might get one. Pogba, get on the score sheet as well, continue his scoring run. And why not Marcus Rashford? Why not Marcus Rashford? But there you go. So there you go. That's my prediction, 4-1, Man United. But I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but we're going to win 4-1, if that makes any sense whatsoever. Full Family says, I prefer the United stand than Full-Time Devils. Fair enough. Everyone has their preferences. I don't know who I prefer, to be honest. Angelina Red says, being realistic is saying Ole is winning us another treble, Kieran. Are you having a laugh? Yeah, I know. I mean, look, we've won 3 games against, you know, Huddersfield, Cardiff and Bournemouth. I mean, we're basically the best team in the world at this point. I mean, I think they should just hand the Champions League to us, really. But there you go. No, I mean, look, I joke about it, but you know what? Let's hope it continues. Let's hope it continues, and I think we will continue our winning run. I think we will. Let's hope it's a good performance, and I feel like I feel like the thing is the difference with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and I'm not sure about you, Zach, but I feel like under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, even if we don't get the right result, we're still going to play in the right way, and I think that'll make losing a lot easier to take if we play in.
Could be against Arsenal, could be against PSG. But when we do lose, we're going to play attacking football. We go, look, they outclassed us. We still need to improve on defence. We'll work from this, and then we can work on the training pitch, and we'll play them again, and we'll be better. Whereas when you're playing Mourinho, it's just pure frustration. For example, the City goal, when they passed it around for 2 minutes, waiting for us to go out, and then just had a little pot little cross in, and then they scored. You know, it's ridiculous. So I believe, for me personally, I thought it was fantastic that we saw, with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's way of playing, because you won't get angry if we lose. You know, under Sir Alex Ferguson we lost, but we lost the right way, and that's the main thing for me. I'd rather lose more. I'd rather lose the right way than draw the wrong way, in my opinion.
There you go. Well, no, I couldn't agree more, mate. I couldn't agree more. And you know what? That's all behind us now. We've got Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We're playing the right way. Happy days, happy days. But anyway, I'm going to end it there. I think it's been a great stream, and I just want to say thank you to Zach, the Red Devil, for coming on. Really appreciate it. And as I said, go and check out the Red Devil in the description down below if you haven't already. Really, really good Man United content and great stuff coming in 2019. What are your final thoughts on the game? Your final summary? What are you hoping for?
I'm hoping for a positive attacking football again. I think that's kind of a given at this point, which is absolutely fantastic to finally say. Just we're all expecting it. We're not hoping. We know it's going to happen. We're going to get great football. I'm very excited. I'm hoping for some goals from Marcus Rashford. Mainly, I'm hoping for a clean sheet. I'm hoping we can see some nice football. The dream would be Ashley Young out, get a lot in, but I don't think that is going to happen. I think, like with every manager, they do have their downfalls, and I think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer does have his favourites, which is potentially Jones and Young, which is fair enough. But very, very excited. I think we're going to have a nice, good display, and hopefully it's going to give us the confidence we need to beat Spurs. Happy New Year to everyone watching, and thank you guys for all tuning in. Leave a like, guys, if you haven't done already.
Thank you, Zach. Thank you very much for coming on, mate. Really appreciate it. As you said, you can go check out his channel in the description down below. A few more comments before we end. Angelina says, I think it would get past Newcastle and Reading, still on a run. Spurs is going to dread hosting us. Well, exactly. I mean, we can think of Spurs as a better team, but in the end of the day, you know, they've got to deal with us, and we've got some talented players as well. So, you know, let's think positively. I agree with you, Angelino. Thanks for support, Full Fan Fever. Appreciate it. If you want to go check out their channel, link in the description down below as well. And Red Devil Rant TV, thanks for joining, mate. Really appreciate it. Do apologise, we're just about to end the stream, but thanks for joining. Really appreciate it. And that's a great way to end it, in fact, Red Devil Rant. Happy New Year to all you guys. Hopefully you have a great 2019. I'll be posting content, I'm sure Zach as well, and all the other channels will be posting content in 2019 for you guys, and hopefully you have a great 2019, and hopefully Manchester United have a great 2019. But thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to end it here. 4-1 win, hopefully. Let's get it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.